picture. So you've done everything right. You're ready for inspection. You got your bonding bushings. You got everything you need. Everything sized correctly. You're ready to pass your inspection. And the inspector says, hey, that black conductor that you're using as a ground, you can't tape it green. What's your thoughts? Well, why can't I tape it green? I've got green tape. What's the problem? Nowhere in the code book does it say flat out, you can't tape your ground green. It actually doesn't say that. It says what you can do when your wire is a certain size. So if you go to the actual handbook, you might get a commentary where it actually flat out, it'll actually tell you, it'll say, for this reason, you cannot tape conductors that are smaller than number 4. So the verbiage would be number 4 or larger can be re-identified. But nowhere does it flat out just say, hey, if you got this size wire, you can't do this. And that's what we talk about here. So the first place you're going to see it in the code book, let me know if you guys can hear me real quick. I'm going to turn the volume up on my laptop real quick to make sure I'm getting good feedback here. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, no, we're clear. Okay, so 200.6 is going to be talking about the grounded conductors. This is going to be the first place in the code book that you're going to see where it talks about identifying a neutral or a ground. So if we look at the means of identifying grounded conductors here, I'm going to take you with me here. We're going to see means of identifying grounded conductors. Number 6 or smaller. I'm going to pull this microphone in front of me a little bit here. All right, number 6 or smaller says an insulated grounded conductor of 6 or smaller shall be identified by one of the following. And you're going to notice here it doesn't say that you can use base tape. It says it shall have continuous white outer finish, shall have continuous gray outer finish, shall have 3 continuous white or gray stripes. And then it goes on to talk about the acceptable means of identification. Hold up. Nice. Thanks, New Film Studios. What's going on? So then it's got its exceptions there. If we go down here to number 4, larger, this is where it talks about where if you're number 4, no, this is cool. What's up, Jonathan? So if we look at number 4 or larger, you're going to see an insulated grounded conductor, which would be the neutral. Number 4 or larger shall be identified by one of the following. And if you look at note 4 here, it says at the time of installation, by distinctive white or gray marking at its terminations, this marking shall encircle the conductor or insulation. You'll notice you don't get this at the time of installation when you're smaller than number 4. And that is why you're allowed to phase tape, re-identify your conductors with phase tape when you're number 4 or larger. When you're number 6, you don't get those options. There is exceptions for like sheathed cable. So if you've got like, it goes in to tell you like multi-cable assemblies and stuff is different because you didn't pull that cable individually. They were already like that. And you got some exceptions in there. Sorry, my dog's having a hard time. So the next time we see it would be 250.119 here. And in 250, we're talking about grounding, which would be the green. And you're going to see identification of the equipment grounding conductors here. Appreciate that, Big Red. Appreciate all the moderators, man. You guys are awesome. What's up, Jeremy? So pretty much the same thing verbatim of the grounded conductor. You're going to see here the grounding here. We go over to number 4, larger. You're going to see it again where it says at the time of installation. So let me stop looking through my phone so I can read this quicker. Yeah, permitted at the time. So an insulated or covered conductor number 4 and larger shall be permitted at the time of installation to be permanently identified as equipment grounding conductor at the end of each and every point where the conductor is accessible. And then you got your exceptions there. So that, and then talks about the multi-conductor cables like I was telling you about, where you can re-identify a multi-conductor cable. But nowhere in the code book does it flat out say, unless you go to the handbook, it doesn't really tell you, hey, you can't do this. So you got to read between the lines and you got to look at the rules for number 6. Then you look at the rules for number 4, and you can see the rules for number 4 are clearly different than the rules for number 6. So if we go back to 200.6 here, you can see you got rules for 6 and smaller, and then you got rules for 4 and larger. And that is the reason why. And that can be really costly, man. Some of these poles are, 50, 100, 200 feet, however long it is, you're going to get flagged on it because that's not what the code book says. And it's about as simple as that, really. So, yeah, appreciate all the support. Just a really, really quick live for tonight. And we'll probably see you for a little bit longer tomorrow. Let me know in the comments if you want me to cover code or if you want to see some tool testing or what you guys want to do. We'll catch you later.